President Donald Trump won 2016 with the promise of building a big, beautiful wall on the Mexican border. Now, in 2020, he's actually building a wall, but it's a different kind of wall, one that happens to be around the White House. Now, this is according to NBC News' Jeff Bennett, who wrote this. A federal law enforcement source tells NBC News that beginning tomorrow, which is today, crews will build a non-scalable fence to secure the White House complex, Ellipse, and Lafayette Square. Not only that, but 250 National Guardsmen have been put on standby, reporting to Metro Police officials. So you've got a non-scalable fence that is going up around the White House because, of course, to keep the black people out. Look, if you're asking me, I think Bunker Bitch is afraid that he's going to get ripped out, dragged out of the White House if he loses and does not concede. Now, look, if he loses and decides, no, I'm just going to stay here and I'm going to squat in the White House, then yeah, you should rip him right out because he doesn't belong there. Take him out. Drag him out of the White House and shove him back into Trump Tower where he belongs. That's if he loses the votes. That's if he loses. Obviously, if he wins, well, then America's worse than we thought, worse off than I thought. And I guess, hey, whatever, what can you do, right? But I'm wondering if this is to try to keep people out. Well, obviously, why else would you put up a non-scalable wall? He's literally afraid that, I don't know, like protests or people, dragging him out. I have no idea. Now, the report also notes that less than a month ago, Army leaders said that there was no plan to deploy troops for Election Day, but obviously that has changed. Now, at the time, Army Secretary Ryan McCarthy said in an event, quote, "We don't police American streets. There have been no requests from other agencies to support it at this time, but we're always available to support." Oh, that's nice to know. Brown shirts on demand. That said, we don't police the streets, unless, of course, it's to protect Donald Trump's dumb ass from exaggerated threats from, like, what? Black Lives Matter? Antifa? I mean, seriously. Now, remember, this has happened before. They originally put up another wall during the Black Lives Matter protests afterwards. That's when Donald Trump was rushed to the bunker and remained there, despite no protesters breaching the White House fence at the time. So after that, they put up a bunch of extra additional fencing. And then I think they took it down a little bit later. I don't quite remember how that went. Now there's a new non-scalable fence because they're apparently Donald Trump is really afraid of black people scaling the wall of BLM. I mean, it's ridiculous. Look, here's the funny thing. Well, but actually, it's not funny. But it's funny when you look at how sad and pathetic Donald Trump is. You remember, during Obama's administration, the White House was literally shot at. Like, some guy was taking pot shots at the White House itself. Bullet holes. Did Obama go in the bunker? No, Obama did not go in the bunker. In fact, the last president to go in was the last official, I should say, not president, but the official, was Dick Cheney. And that was during 9/11. All right. Yeah, that one makes sense, at least. As much as I loathe Dick Cheney, I get that one. All right, we'll give him that one for free. But Donald Trump, during a completely peaceful protest outside the White House, Trump's like, nope, heading to the bunker. Put me in the bunker. I'm going to go to the bunker. And then later on, he comes out and says, I was just inspecting the bunker. Yeah, of course. You were inspecting the bunker. Of course you were. Look, here's the question. Who in their right mind actually thinks that Donald Trump is like a strong male? He's like a strong man. Who? I mean, look, if you're one of the people that considers somebody who's never taken responsibility for anything in his entire life and only coasted off his daddy's name and his daddy's money, if you consider that person an alpha male, a strong man, well, then I feel really, really sad for you. Like, how much propaganda do you have to swallow in order to actually believe that without even the tiniest bit of self-awareness or facts or factual information? I mean, no, he's the weakest, saddest man alive. And look, it's not as if he's even going against the establishment. I mean, he's an anti-establishment candidate. No, he's not. He's literally given the establishment billions of dollars in tax cuts. He's almost given the establishment just about everything they've ever want. The only thing is he's been a little bit rude and said bad things about them. Ooh, their feelings. Their feelings are almost as fragile as Donald Trump's, but not quite. So the establishment also has some fragile feelings, rich people, right? The Wall Street billionaires, the people who control the Democratic and Republican parties through donations, they've got some thin skin too. We'll deal with those people later, all right? With progressive politics and getting their money out of politics. We'll deal with that later. But right now, Donald Trump has even thinner skin than the rest of those people. I mean, and so it's not that he is an anti-establishment person. Again, he increased the military budget by over $700 billion. He's a fake populist. I mean, nothing that he's done has been popular at all. At all. Look, let me give you a couple of examples. People hated his healthcare plan, okay, because it was hot garbage. It was a disaster. It was much more popular than the ACN, had about, 30% support? People hate his tax plan because it's also hot garbage because it gave the rich billions of dollars in additional tax cuts. People hate his COVID response because it's killing them, literally killing them. So I don't get how he's taken on the establishment. He's not. Policy-wise, he's helping the establishment get richer. And the only thing that bothers them is the fact that he's rude about it and he says coarse things. In reality, look, Donald Trump is weak. He's sad. He's pathetic. He's a baby. And most importantly, he's using his fans to pay his bills. Why? Because he's a shitty businessman. How do I know that? Well, look, it doesn't take a genius to look this up. To understand, don't look at his bankruptcies as much. And I feel like we fall into the trap of looking at just his bankruptcies. There's such a thing as a strategic bankruptcy. I get that, right? So there are ways where you can, declare bankruptcy and still can keep your businesses, can still pay your employees, etc. Chapter 11 is an example of that. It's not just the bankruptcies, though. Look at his businesses now, or even before COVID. These businesses have been hemorrhaging money. You look at the tax returns that have been released, the leaks. Those tax returns will show a business empire that is hemorrhaging, that is leaking money like a sieve. It's a disaster. And it's only through taxpayer money getting funded to places like Mar-a-Lago that Donald Trump has not went completely broke. Once he loses that, and this is probably one of the reasons that he wants to hold on to the presidency so badly, because once these bills come due, he's not going to be able to divert taxpayer money to go and pay them. And so this guy's going to get broke. He's going to go broke. He's going to become destitute very soon. And probably, ironically, go bankrupt again. Because he can't manage his businesses out of he can't manage his way out of a paper bag, much less a business, much less the country. The last 4 years should have proven that quite well. Let's not give him another 4. All right. That's fairly. That's all I have to say about that one. Okay. Got a couple more here. He's also funneling monies to his businesses. You're absolutely right. $750 in taxes because of so many losses. And again, what is it? He had nearly $1 billion in losses. So much so that he didn't have to pay taxes for the next 10 years. What a failure. What a sad, just disastrous businessman. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and share with your friends. You can subscribe and help out the channel by becoming a patron. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf, or you can become a channel member as well by hitting the join button below.